Well, most of the OG crew. Some of us missing. Sean in particular, we missing you. Hope to see you home soon. We're going to speak on...
Keon.
Oh, how go forget Keon, by the way, man. Bounce in my head.
Keon fresh in the six.
Yeah.
Big up, Keon.
Big up Keon, indeed. My fault, G. But we want to speak on how this podcast started. And if I might open, this was back in what? Early 2021, end of 2020?
2020.
Yeah.
Let me get the exact date. Hold on.
Ooh, you get the exact details.
It was
but
2020.
it was even before that we had this panel because really and truly, Kendall had an open invite to some of us who wanted to train during COVID. So it was me, Kendall,
2021.
2021, right? So it was me, Kendall, and Sean. And
I was inside doing work.
somebody else who you wouldn't name. But that's an inside thing. But all of us was training, having a good time, and over
That
time.
person wasn't in it.
Nah, he wasn't in it, but he was. And
Training.
he was during the, he was during the
Talking about the training
conception.
days.
So we training. Eventually, we talking about that garbage. We getting to know each other, and after a while, we
Keyword
say,
garbage.
I think we all knew each other very well at that point already, but
no, but we developing. Even more.
Well, y'all were just like talking, like broco thing.
More or less.
While training, right?
More or less.
Yeah. Man, it was guys linemen. It was guys
Guy
training.
talk.
Guy talk. We was linemen in a sense, but training, exercising. It was during COVID.
Right.
And
They
I
used
would
to
have
be
set
by
up a
the
gym
office.
by the office, yeah.
Right.
So what happened was, I remember exactly how it played out. Ripka came outside here and us talking our drive.
I was working late.
She was working late, she here and us talking our drive. And we could have just feel the judgment from Ripka's face. Because look at it now, I can see the judgment of Ripka's face all now. But
I came in peace.
she,
I was about to
Cap.
leave work.
Cap.
And training had no finish.
Cap.
And y'all talking. And it started off because, Sean is a conscious guy.
yeah, boy.
So he was speaking conscious things. He was talking about crime and all kind of things, which sort of just evolved into a conversation about relationships. And somewhere in between there, Kendall pulled out his phone and started recording. Insert clip here of exactly that very first clip was the
very
beginning, was
first-
the inception.
the very first viral clip of Ripka saying, "Where are the good men? Where them?"
No, it was literally we were talking about men of substance. And Sean decided to label the men of the podcast as men of substance.
Which
and
we
I had to ask,
We are.
Yeah, that's
where
also-
are they? And that was it.
That
was
just
on
goes to
work at
show
the time,
women
but-
blind to the men of substance.
But I mean,
Blind.
for me, it was always something like if the whole concept of pulling out the phone to record I like the conversations we were having. And I tend to have those type of conversations with anybody. And it was just fun in terms of capturing the moment, posting it that same night on WhatsApp and just seeing people's reaction in terms of how their thought process and their opinions based on the topics we were talking about. So yeah, basically the podcast would have started from there.
Or at least the togetherness. Because he would have posted it on WhatsApp. And then, people like to interact. So it was girls and guys and everybody's laughing. blah,
Everybody
blah, blah.
dropping their opinions.
And Ken was
too.
like, nah, Ripka, we had to, this thing had to be a thing. So he said, we need a name. And that was it. We create the Instagram page. Came up with the name because we were looking for something catchy. So I was like, Dai Good Talk. And it just rolled off your tongue now. And then, all that time is Duck Lime, all kind of thing by the office. So it really started there. And, it was COVID time. So people wasn't really going outside for entertainment. We were creating our own entertainment. Because although 2020 was peak COVID time, 2021 we were still getting the remnants. So everybody was still liming and chilling
It was
around.
kind of peak them time because
Yeah,
we had a second lockdown.
Too bad I just had to be a hero all them times.
Mr. Essential.
All I'm saying is, Karen, they say this all the time. Self-praise is no praise. And I don't even want to hear anything else from you. Continue, go ahead, Ripka.
I say quotation hero, like you lost or you
Yeah, Ripka, yeah.
I feel it went clearly went
No, Ripka, yeah, forget that, yeah.
Anybody want
Yeah,
to break
yeah,
it down
yeah,
for
yeah,
what
yeah,
really happened?
Yeah, right.
Unlike you,
Yeah.
unlike you, a real necessary worker like
Yeah,
myself.
okay.
I did not have the time.
Like us.
You remember?
What's all
Remember?
that is self-present?
You remember
All
when-
that counts as
Remember
self-present?
when you had called me, I told you the hammer working 24, so I wasn't able to come and train.
Yeah.
Right? So I was working all the time, unlike
Is-
yourself now, boy.
is
The problem
almost-
is being an essential. What's the problem?
I never say it. You don't hear me crying out loud and saying, oh, thing, I save people life.
I never said that.
Can you say it?
Can you? Could you?
I can't, but I indirectly can.
I mean, tell me something. What you really doing with yourself? I deliver babies. Take cats from trees. I probably help your grandmother
Little boy,
across the
you
road.
happy?
Right.
The man
I
say he
come here-
deliver babies, you know.
A baby.
I deliver a baby.
I don't even believe that.
I don't need you to believe it. I don't need you to believe that.
Good.
I don't need you to believe that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
You can't lie about delivering a baby. So
Yeah,
I
I
believe
believe
it. I
it.
believe it. I believe it.
I was
I happy for all, yeah.
the peak timing. I was MIA because I was just working. You know, I wasn't even training. I
Be
think you remember,
essential.
you remember that
Yeah, I
day, so
remember,
I don't know why you tried to
never
clong,
took-
man. I don't know why you tried to clong, man.
No, I just saying self-praise is still no praise.
I wasn't.
Self-praise is
it was not self-praise.
Self-praise is the best praise, right? Because you need to believe in yourself. You need to
Where did
have that
self-praise
confidence
step
in
in, though?
yourself.
What I said that was
Whoa,
self-praise.
Just speaking the facts.
What this conversation was supposed to be about?
No,
You
what did I
distracted us.
say? What did I say? You did. You did distract us,
You
actually.
derailed the whole thing.
You did. Selfish guy.
Not essential.
Not essential worker.
Me selfish. I never praised me yet.
Not essential.
No, he's saying.
And all I'm saying is, I did save a life before. Because of my job. Or two.
And you take some lives too, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Indirectly.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
oh,
All
oh,
I'm saying is, I don't have a gun on my hip.
Mr. Plan B.
oh. All right, okay, so
I
fast
didn't have
forward.
bought no baby.
Fast forward.
I didn't have bought no baby.
Fast forward, please.
Prevention is prevention. Not.
I'm genuinely curious. Where the self-praise come in?
You mean for me?
No,
No, he
what
was
did I
just
say?
trolling.
It was trolling. You was trolling, man.
Yeah, I was trolling, I was
Okay.
trolling.
All right, okay.
Man, you take it personally.
Troll correctly.
You took that personally.
No, I did not. But
Right. So we had a long break in between there because again, you know, it all depends on
Life happens.
Life happens. So it was just a whole commitment thing at that time. And then
It was more than this commitment. I was in handcuffs.
oh my
I was
God.
tased.
It's not that
I
kind of
was tased
story.
3 times.
We talking about Dai Good Talk. Lord
Well,
have mercy.
that's what put the pause on the whole podcast. We had to give people the real. We can't get them here.
Kendall was the
We'll
black
insert the
Incredible
video.
Hulk that
We'll
day.
insert the video.
No,
on
we
our
will not. Of that
self-praise.
traumatic experience.
Self-praise
Nah,
is
nah,
no praise.
I'm praising him. I'm praising him.
Self-praise, no praise.
I'm praising him. I go praise him. I go
So
praise him.
anyway,
Them actions was unhinged.
life happened. So there was a big interval.
Large delay.
And I mean, somebody refresh. How did we? The
How we start back here, for
acceptance
real.
of recognizing the power of social media and then having good conversations and a natural rapport as a group of friends. It was just like, nah, we had to get back on. We had to.
I think it was more of a just coming by kind of a line.
Well, it's not only that. I
When-
think Sean had also sent us some kind of podcast, something. And we were saying we could speak on these same things.
The first line we didn't even record. It was a line.
I like
No, but we did record it though. We did record, but yeah, we had talked.
I never like me on a normal.
Oh, I remember
Um,
you was telling me from even before you was thinking about doing it, before you did buy anything and all that.
It was literally us talking
You
and
talk
we
about
said,
the
nah,
games
this
thing.
need to be on the pod. Oh, no, we were starting to do games
No,
night and thing.
the games night we know he wasn't recording, but the one that he did, the lime at the office, we had cameras. Remember the lime at the office was before the games night.
When we came back in,
You're right, Mark. It's just a matter of us starting the lime again as a group. Just mean like, now we had to run the cameras next time. It was literally that. We had to run the cameras the next time. And that was it. I mean, the group didn't stop talking, but it's just like, in terms of that type of vibes, starting liming
I
and
remember Mark saying some things. But the donkey punch and the winky poo.
our games night started it back.
Yeah, Mark said some things, but yeah.
And now
then-
fast forward, here we are.
We here.
a lot of people always tell me, or they would ask me, like, why they don't see me every week. So I think, Mark, you could probably touch on, or anybody could touch on the intention with regards to the variety of like persons on the panel. Because these are the core persons, not to make anybody else feel lesser than, but this is how it started. And essentially in terms of thinking about who the podcast belongs to, I would say these are persons who know how it came about from inception and what was the purpose behind it. Like, so why are we so free or accepting of other persons on the panel? Anybody could?
Well, we know we wanted different opinions, so it's not just about us saying what it is we think all the time. And I think a lot of us, well, yeah, we have conflicting opinions, but we do share a lot of similar opinions as well. But when you go out there, I know for a fact it won't be the same way, and we want to make sure and capture everybody's points of view. Well, not everybody, because you can't capture everybody's points of view, but as much as we can, and we want to share that with everybody else. You know, we want to challenge people's points. We want our points to be challenged under a controlled environment. That's what it means to have good conversation, to have your points challenged.
I mean, we here, I want to say we are talking about Brandon, myself, and Rebecca, not really Kendall, have an open mind.
Nah, I cannot have the openest man out of all of
Are
us,
you
and you know why.
crazy?
You don't know that man.
Open to you.
You don't know that man, but yeah. So I
I
think
have an open mind. I have an open mind when it comes to life and business, entrepreneurship, success. My mind is closed off when it comes to relationships.
And stretching.
And stretching. Yes, my mind is closed off on
No,
relationships.
you hit the nail on the head. Business,
Because I mean,
entrepreneurship.
I basically, I've been real.
you're talking about your experiences.
I talk about my experiences. And so far, people would know my experience. None of my experiences are faked. All of my experiences are real life experiences
I
that I
think,
would have had.
People might be talking some made up stories.
No,
not
every-
made up
all my
stories.
I think we all
I don't
authentic.
think. Yeah,
I,
don't feel like-
I have stories for days. You know. If I started talk stories here,
It has certain things that we
I
talk
don't even
about.
I don't even need guests. I run the whole podcast and episodes every week. You understand?
But
I have real stories.
All of us lived long lives.
But it's
Very
just,
long lives.
it's just basically what I was saying with other persons. The word is just perspective. That is all. Other persons will just bring out, everybody would think about something differently, and if people could come and share their perspective, it wouldn't be monotonous, because some people might say Kendall biased to think that girl will pay for nothing. And that is just the end of it. So, you know, bring other persons.
Nah, girl real cheap, dog.
Toast that.
Girl real cheap.
Girl
But
real
remember, everybody, these are our opinions. These are not facts. These are
not facts.
These are our opinions. These are how we
It
feel.
has something
These are
that we say
basic
that are facts, though.
These are conversations we have as friends. So, and we just choose to document it and put it out there. So a lot of people, we seen in the comments when people find we should talk about this and we should talk about that. Let's be real. This is entertainment. And this is Trinidad and Tobago. If we talk something positive, like
We
different things, if we only talk things positive, it is not going to entertain.
And then we can't say it like that. It's not necessarily speaking on negative things. It's just like everybody has an opinion. Some people no longer want to hear, or they don't really enjoy relationship type podcasts, you know, it's speaking of man and woman things. But some people love that type of content. And then Mark would have invited somebody who spoke about mental health and blah, blah, blah. That was so
Very
interesting.
informative, yeah.
And then when we went, the guys went to a party and Reina did a, you know, very interactive Q&A.
It's different.
That was,
You're giving it catering for different.
it's just about diversity.
different
you know?
people. Yeah.
So really and truly, the only thing we agreed on is not discriminating against, you know, any sort of group, not being disrespectful. That way we don't really encourage bashing persons' arguments. We had one.
Shut up.
One volatile moment. You know,
You're on the podcast right now.
Mark,
But that was the
this time,
test.
That's one of the first episodes.
No, but
That was
That's the first one, back
That's
out.
the first of the rehab.
no,
Yeah.
but Mark, every time you tell you, clip it, you don't clip it. You have to clip it this time, dog. You have to insert that clip.
Mark, take out. Mark cut it from YouTube videos. That's the spiciest part. I know
Yes.
everybody
No,
will
that
skip
is
it to
good
the
because
end.
I
really-
cut it. I cut it.
Right.
Mark didn't cut it.
It
I
deserved
cut
to
it.
be cut because at that time, really and truly, we not leading with that type of head. Anybody could come here, share their perspective, and not about making anybody feel small or disrespecting anybody. We are not a fake group. Not to say that is bacchanal and drama behind the scenes.
Nah, we
And then when
real
we come in
friends.
front of the camera, it's a different vibes now. So it's not that kind of energy. But, you know, just, I will not agree with every single topic that is touched on, and I'm on the panel. It's just like, let people live. Okay, commenters, let people live.
Yeah, sometimes you
okay?
gotta let people learn. And
Let
also
commenters
let them
live.
learn.
Let persons who come on the panel as guests live. Because, I mean, you know, everybody has what would be appealing to them now.
Now,
Although
that
we,
is-
just
we,
good
we
vibes.
just make 9,000 followers on Instagram.
Not
See?
bad
It's
at
just
all.
good vibes. Like good talk. Like good things.
But that being said, we also understand you're on the internet, and as a result, we are very open to criticism. So, if you want us to follow your criticism, just keep it respectful. Because really and truly, we really do want to make this the best podcast in Trinidad and Tobago. And although we know we can't please everyone, we will try our very best.
I feel
Respect.
like that falling on deaf ears because everybody is a comedian.
None-
Everybody need attention.
Nothing wrong with trying.
Listen, like
Brad trying to be positive.
a man might say
And Karen is
something.
like, deaf
A
head.
man might say something about you, and he don't even mean that in the slightest way. He might say, "Well, yo, Brandon looking like a mushroom with a head, so way." And he don't really mean that, but he just want
It's
to be
a
a
fair
comedian.
assessment.
He want people to interact with him, and he
It's
looking
a
for
fair
attention.
assessment. It does
and-
look a little
and
mushroomy.
it is a fair assessment.
Yeah, it does look a little mushroomy. You could have
It
it.
might be funny because it's true. And you know, people that's the one.
You
night
can't
reaction.
agree with the truth. It really is mushroomy.
And also
can have that.
everybody want to be a comedian on Instagram. Everybody want attention, follows, likes, whatever. So, but do whatever you feel you need to do, but just don't feel offended. If you feel like you want to tell me something, I tell you back something.
Oh gosh, it's just good vibes.
What was the,
Yeah.
what was the graph? the
You
man
will
had
be
dropped?
ignored if you're coming with heavy vibes. That's it. That's it. We
What's
have
the,
no-
what's the graph the man had dropped? You know, the more you F around, the more you're gonna find out. Yeah, that base, yeah, there.
That's not the energy. That is
Well,
not the energy of the pod. We
Yeah,
have
because if
peace and
certain
love
men,
and
yeah,
kindness.
if Mark, myself, and Kendall pick violence,
Peace and love and kindness.
I
That is
agree.
not
I
the
agree.
type
For
of
the most
vibes.
part, I
Remember,
love
I
peace,
get
love, and
teased 3
kindness.
times.
Next,
3 times.
please.
We have
Jesus.
we'll insert that video
Peace
3
Love
and
times.
and
love
peace.
and kindness.
so you wouldn't even go down that road, right?
Thank you.
You wouldn't even go down that road. You would just leave it as is.
Correct.
And we have some. You want to do the comments first? The questions? Brandon, proxy.
Oh, okay. So, I got a couple. Well, actually had 2 more that had messaged me, but I'll start with the first one. There's a guy, we'll call him V, who asked me for some relationship advice. And
This was
He-
via the page. Or
nah,
he
he
messaged
messaged
you?
me personally. And I said, okay, I'll bring it across to the team. So I'm going to act as his proxy. And
What's a proxy?
Define proxy.
Mark, Papa, the
yeah,
definition of proxy,
yeah,
right?
screenshots, a dictionary screenshot, what a proxy is, right?
Who's proxy?
I'm acting as V's proxy, right? So basically, okay, you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah, I almost going to define.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll just read the message now, right? Again, just pretend I'm V. So me and this girl talking for years now, day in and day out. Mind you, both our families have been friends for over a decade. And this is her first relationship. At first, it was never on any relationship vibes.
I can already picture that person, the 2 of them. I can already picture them.
Wait, how long has it been?
A decade.
Oh gosh, oh gosh,
Family friends for a decade.
more or less, yeah.
And this is her first relationship.
I can picture the 2 of them already. I seen the 2 of them already.
At first, it was never on any relationship vibes, but it always feel like the both of us were loyal to each other and we ain't entertaining anybody else. So finally, we decided to go out today. Normal thing, ice cream, and then drop she back home. And after a couple of days, we decide to tell her family that we together.
Sorry.
Well, she decided to tell her
Sorry.
family that they was together.
Oh, okay.
So now he didn't mind this. Well, I didn't mind this, but it's something that he wanted for years now. But he would have still liked the option to have asked to be her girlfriend.
Oh, she decided.
So she
that
just
they-
kind of just decided, right? This
She
thing-
decided that they are boyfriend, girlfriend.
and
yeah.
told the family.
correct. things going nice. A couple months pass. Everything great. Going on by she on a regular. She don't drive, so she don't really get to come home by me. And
They
that
put
was
the
never a
age,
problem.
the
by
age
me.
in that?
I will get to that.
She doesn't drive, so no sleepovers.
No. No. I will reveal information as we get past the first part, right? All of a sudden, she started moving real cool. The way she talking to me normally, not happening. And when I ask her what it is going on, she tell me she's busy with the family business. So 1 week passed, and I ain't really digging at her as I know they's really be busy. Next 2 weeks passed, the same thing. I say, nah, boy, something had to be wrong here. She moving a little too different, so I say, let me say something. So I asked her about it, and she said, I don't know, I'm just not feeling so good, and I can't do this. It's just me. I've been thinking about it a while now. I just don't want to be in this. It's the relationship I can't handle right now. And he hasn't gotten a reply since. So he wanted advice on how to handle
Ghosted.
that situation.
You get ghost.
Yeah, more or less.
But she ghosts him in a real cruel way.
Now, first piece of information, they are both 22 years old.
And it's speaking for a decade now. Like, what the hell?
Since it was 12.
Correct. The second piece of information is they both go in UE.
They're going to school together, in a sense.
They don't have the same classes, but they both go to UE, so they have dorms up there. And you already know how they operate up in UE.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, well,
Expound.
I don't know.
okay, well, I'll leave that to the comments. The third piece of information
I don't
is they are both virgins.
Man,
You
this talking
going
to
on?
somebody for a decade. Them is just best friends.
You were going on this story.
But I can't even understand why she ghosts him too. If you say the both thing, I don't understand that.
To me, them just sound like friends.
Yeah.
They,
Or even cousins.
they somewhat
It might be cousins.
Or even cousins.
Yeah.
they somewhat had an agreement that they were together. So they would have done relationship type things outside of sex.
Where's the
No, he need to charge it. He need to charge it to the game.
What is
It's
the
not like a penal or David.
where's the geographical
Like a penal
situation here? Where they from? Like,
You know what?
That
I did not
decade
ask
thing.
that question.
And that's your friend?
No,
No, that's
he
somebody.
just
Ah.
hear me out to the blue.
For me, what I would say is it sounds like somebody else in the picture.
for sure.
Right now,
Very official.
I would say
That is
because
what
she
goes
going
when
UE,
when a girl goes here is definitely for somebody else.
for real.
yeah. But I find it was a little bit cruel. The mere
She-
fact
she
that
stoops there,
they
but she
know each
never
other for a
denied.
decade now.
She's stupid,
Very
but she never
cruel.
denied. She never denied.
That was
She
very
just,
No,
cruel.
so we'll touch on ghosting.
yeah.
But I think definitely somebody else in the picture. But it kind of weird. The mere fact that they've been together for for
They
the
was
decade.
never together. Let me just establish that.
It
That
was-
is not together.
She is referring to
Eh?
him
10 years.
as
No,
Yeah,
there's
but listen.
Mark. It's not 10 years in like prime years, you know. 10 years would have been they met when they were 12 and they've been friends. And then now that they're big, probably 19, 20, they decided, yeah, we're going on, let me go out for a little ice cream date now. And then she decided to tell her family that they're together. And now she moving cold. Never liked the man.
But she in Yui. So
Never.
definitely is a ghost based on somebody else is in the picture.
Oh,
And I mean,
so now we know what it means to go UE.
I don't know.
No.
So now we know.
Well, what I
think-
would say, what I would say, I never went to UE. I
That
never
man-
went to UE, but I went
My
UE.
boy.
And I
I went to
understand
UE. That don't mean anything.
I just think
I
that
don't even.
them
Ripka
like,
already know she unfollow you. I already
That don't mean
that.
anything.
Wait, Karen. For me, my opinion is, you're in UE. These gonna be some of your best experiences in your life as a male,
It's a man.
as a man. Yeah, enjoy it. And I mean, don't
For girls too in there, little way, you know.
don't-
For girl summers.
Don't
slow yourself down.
Don't slow yourself down.
Don't
Yes,
slow
correct. Don't
yourself
slow yourself down. Enjoy the moment. You're gonna have way more fun. Enjoy
Right now,
it.
she-
Enjoy these are your best years. And technically, she probably enjoying her best years.
she
right
don't want
now.
to get slowed down right now.
Yeah. You gotta look at it like that. We
man
not being
cannot be
harsh. We
sick,
being
man.
real, and
Nope.
that is life.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But I think that like relationship, where is the ties? What them doing that constitute a relationship? What makes it? Imagine you and somebody 10 years now. Could you have just God, they're not well, they know each other 10 years, but let me say you and somebody together a little while now, like all in a relationship. But what they doing with? Well, they went for ice cream once or twice. I come and say, "Mommy, I have a girlfriend. He live in so and so, the name, wherever, and then what? But they're not doing nothing. No, they never. That is not even. I feel like she and all might be say, boy, how this making sense?
I just find like it young, and unfortunately, she didn't give him an explanation, so he will just have to remain. This is his villain story. This is his 13 reason why.
Do you think
That is
somebody
just it.
is owed a story? Like, you think somebody owed a explanation as to why you ghosted them, or like why you wanna?
I think anybody, man or woman, if you are invested in somebody, you would want to know why they're no longer interested or they don't want you anymore.
But as
Because
it
nothing
stands
is
for Owen-
worse than leaving that gray area
Yeah.
or that question mark in your mind, wondering what you do wrong. That's one of the most ghosting is one of the most cruel things you can do to anybody.
Agreed.
And if you had like the confidence or the courage, you'll just be straightforward, even if it hurt the person's feelings now.
I think
Because-
anybody would rather that.
What?
But the explanation, no matter how hurtful it may be, you know, whether it was just seeing somebody else.
At least you have an answer.
Yeah, wondering why somebody goes in here is crazy. That will send you
Yeah, I've been ghosted
crazy.
before. I don't feel
Anybody want to share the ghost stories?
you know what? I realized nobody wants to share, so I will share mine first, right?
We know.
Oh, no rush.
No, but I seen.
No rush.
You know what? Fair.
Nobody didn't even say that.
We
they
didn't even
don't
get a
want
chance to say yeah, we ready.
You know what?
Yeah. Nobody did
I
not
just
agree.
saw-
Nobody did not disagree.
Whoa, I'm getting cooked.
That man rush there.
You do
That
the
man.
own memes, you know.
The man didn't get nobody
I'm
a
getting
chance.
cooked.
But Brandon, we know that you're excited. We don't want you to forget no part of your story. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
While
Go
it's to the
ahead.
top of your head, just go ahead one time.
Okay, so this was a this actually happened last year.
You
So-
call the person name too?
She knows herself. Eddie.
When was last year? 2022.
It was like, what day? Exactly.
Which month?
It was in September.
That right so fresh is the anniversary.
What? Wait.
That the man birthday month too.
What time?
Okay, it all started around, I would say, 3:39 p.m.
Yeah.
No, it started
No,
as in
the-
the entanglement
the-
started at 3:39 p.m. Right?
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
August I seen that thing is this
Okay.
boy.
Go
So
ahead.
it was early September, and I met her, asked for a number. She met. We started talking, carry out on like a 1-2 date. And although we weren't together, we was really close, and we had relations, right? So October come, we had a real good time. November come, we had a real good time. December, I was really close with her again, so I end up I would say I definitely did jump on my crease to do a lot of things with her or for her, just based off the fact that I was
In
very
December?
comfortable. Yeah. I was very, very comfortable with her. So end of December came, and this was peak me doing a lot of things for her. And I wouldn't say it's real overboard things, but I feel like for her it would have been a lot.
You could just give me one example.
She had a kid, and I bought a Christmas present for a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Santa. Okay, Santa.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
So
But you real young to be playing daddy.
I wasn't playing that. We good. We was good.
He
and
bought a gift for the child for Christmas and the rocking. Go ahead.
there's more to
I mean,
it,
yeah,
but
he
I
did.
feel
That's
like
what-
I would be disrespectful. If
No,
there's-
that's all right.
Yeah.
That is why I just was an example now.
Right. So Christmas Eve came. We had a good time. I dropped the present for her, whatever. I ended up going and buy food for her on Christmas Eve and all too, because she would get her food. Same thing for New Year's Eve.
So you listed as food man on
More or
that
less, yeah.
Basically,
More or less, yeah.
you are
So-
a food guy.
Food.
On January 3rd, 2023.
January
at-
what?
Okay, I don't actually remember which
Oh,
date.
okay.
But early January, I realized she just started to move real slow on me. I was like, We're going on. After a while, I started I message and she not replying. So I said, okay, cool. She just stopped talking to me. I said, whatever. February come. She messaged
All
me.
of
She told me-
January?
Whole of January. February come. She told me she's on mash up her phone. So, she get back a new phone. I said, cool. I tried to message her back. Still slow. No replies. I was like, so why even tell me?
So the
anything?
son didn't master the phone.
I don't know. Till this day, I don't know. Because we don't speak. I met her a couple of times this year. And I choose to never ask her the question just because I was feeling so disrespectful in the moment that I just say, but she can't ask me to
Anything.
entangle or do anything for her anymore again. Like, I'm not being petty or salty about it or anything, but like, I never thought that I made it difficult for her to come and talk to me about anything. Granted, if that was the case, she feel free to come and tell me. But I know she would have felt comfortable to speak to me if she had a problem with me, because I know if I was very vocal with her whenever it is I was displeased about something. It's not like I was quarreling with her or anything. I would voice my displeasure. I'll say, listen, I don't like when you do that. Don't do that again.
Where's it?
Oh gosh, well, there's more to this story.
No, I just want to hear.
Okay.
You don't like what you do that.
I don't
do
like
that
what you're
again.
doing. This will be the last time you're doing it.
And what,
Don't do it
what's she
again.
saying in return? Oh, daddy pause. How much she saying in return? Okay.
No, she was saying, okay, like she
Okay,
understood.
Daddy.
She understood. She understood. Like, I had little 1, 2, 3 sessions like that where I had to just kind of check her. None big, but like, but it's not like I was
You lay down
loud.
the law.
Yeah, I wasn't loud. I wasn't quarrelsome. I didn't cuss up the place. None. I was just real normal. Just telling her what it is I like, what it is I don't like under normal vibes. And I would have expected that from her too, because she would have told me some things that she don't like or what she like or whatever that I would have done or wouldn't do.
And fast
So-
forward to January.
January,
After
you
you
just
bring
had to move
food,
slow. Yeah.
After you buy the gift, bring food on 2 separate occasions. Key days when she was supposed to be cooking or the family was supposed to be cooking and they brought food. You get ghosted in January.
More or less.
And
Just
then in
stop.
February she said,
She said she son had mashed up her phone. And then
and then when ghost again.
then goes to me again. So I was just like, there's a strategy or something. Like, I know God
feel
said
the
to
guilt.
confuse the enemy, but like I was
So
not
you're
confused.
confused.
I was like, why even bother to tell me that if he wasn't going to reply to me?
So when you saw her again in person, she approached you like to talk normal?
Huh. You know what? When I met her, me and Karen was actually out with 2 other females. And I think I might have hesitated.
I was
Woman.
In last year September, I was
No,
nowhere with
this
no
year
girl.
January.
This year January, I was nowhere with no girl.
Me
I
and
went
an
out.
unknown-
I
me
went-
and an unnamed
I
friend.
believe that.
An unknown
I
assailant.
believe that Karen and Brandon,
I went out with Brandon.
Karen and Brandon, the essential worker, was out on a date with 2
It was
earlier
not
this
Yeah,
year.
I like Francesca. I don't date. Run
Right?
the clip, Mark. Run the clip.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I was minding my business. Brandon called me and asked me what I'm doing. If I want to go online. I
Oh,
didn't
you
know.
remember now?
We went online. And it had some people there.
That's not quite what the story was, but we'll roll with that, right? It was more like the other way around. But we end up in the place now. We end up in the place.
Hey, that man is a Russian spy. Yeah?
But all I
Yeah,
say is Karen very
Vladimir
comfortable.
Putin.
Yeah, some
He's sinking the whole ship.
He on some
Yeah,
007 type of shit
Karen
right
very
now.
comfortable airing out my file, so then you have one and I have one.
I actually didn't air you out though, but
Well, you put it out there, but you know.
no, what I mean to say, you forget there was a more interesting part of that thing that I didn't mention. I thought you'd have noticed, but I just
No, I did
go ahead.
notice.
Well, now we
I
are
did
here.
notice. I
Now
just
we are
didn't go
here.
that direction because, for obvious reasons.
Go ahead.
But
I was nowhere with nobody.
okay, me and an
I
unknown
was that
friend.
clone like Gucci Mane.
An unknown assailant.
Me and another friend went. Well, my friend, he was talking to somebody non-serious, and you know what? This is getting from bad to so I'll just go ahead and skip to the fact.
Lucky fella.
So ultimately, how did
basically, I
you
did
feel
not
by the
know.
ghost?
Sorry.
ultimately, how did you feel?
Oh, it was very, very, very annoying. It was on. I'm not.
You were
even,
annoyed.
Yeah,
Then that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, heartbroken.
No.
You are annoyed.
Okay, I would even say. I would be lying to say if it didn't bother me. Like,
Hurt your feelings.
yeah, definitely did hurt my feelings. 'Cause
Yeah, but
like,
it wasn't in the shorty that much though.
yeah, but this you could not be
In
into
my
somebody.
mind, in my mind, he is wondering why she ghosted him.
Well,
So his
not only
mind
that,
is but
It's a rejection.
Yes, but
Nobody likes to feel
but
rejected.
it's not only that too. Like you could not be into somebody that much and still care for them a lot, and that is what had
It's like
happened
a
for me.
respect thing.
Not just a respect thing, but like I got to know her on a real personal level, and really and truly, if it's something I always do, I always reward people that's team branding. When you're on my team, I consider you like underneath my wing.
So Brandon, just phrase things in the best way. Reward people that are team Brandon.
No, well, yeah, I do have plenty of people that's really team branding. So when you're team branding, I was really jump up my crease fair. And
Right.
she was team branding, so I'd jumping up my crease fair. And
Unlike certain political groups who you might be affiliating with and you don't get nothing.
we won't dig into that too much. But
I want to hear other ghost stories.
I have a ghost. I have
Yeah, go
several
ahead.
ghost stories, but
Here's me, Brandon.
no, my story. This is probably one of the stories that not so juicy. I mean,
We
I
want
wa-
a juicy one.
We were spicy
no,
though.
I don't have juicy ghost stories. I don't have juicy ghost stories.
Already
I've
saw
been honest. I
black
don't have juicy
pepper.
ghost stories.
Remember,
paprika,
you could be the
onion
ghost
powder.
there.
Chad and Benny.
You could be the ghost there.
Billion.
You could
Oh,
be the
God.
ghost. No, for real. It's all about perspective. You could be the ghost.
I'll
Now the
give
person
one
goes
where I
you.
was ghosted, and I'll give the one where I was
Where you was the
where I
unknown
was
assailant.
Casper. Where I was Casper, right? So we would have been engaging with a woman.
I thought you could say engaged there, and I'm like, what?
No, I ain't reached that level yet.
Yeah, an
I've been
entanglement
engaging
with
with
a
a
woman.
woman. You know how it is normally start social media, memes, sending memes. Then you're talking a lot more. And then we would have gone on a little date. And things was good. Like, I think I was vulnerable. Where I would have mentioned things from the book. The book I would have
We have the
shared with you
superior
guys.
man.
We have the superior
Yeah,
man. I would have
yes.
made myself vulnerable.
Forget.
And I believed, it was, we were clicking. And Zoni, like, she would have went out of her way, we would have clicked and spoke, and it seemed like it was developing into something. And then I realized the messaging kind of went slow, right? It used to be quick before, it used to be fast, and then at one time I would have initiated, hey, let me go XYZ, and then it was a decline. But it wasn't a decline with a suggestion for next time. It would have been a decline because I can't really do it at this point in time. So I already read that. So
No rescheduling is a red flag, dog.
yeah, no rescheduling is a red flag.
Yeah, that is lack of interest
I mean, it was
immediate.
cool for me. I already read the play, and I mean, a friend of mine, you know, guys, we talk and that kind of thing. So a friend of mine would have known that I would have been speaking with the person, and he would have also been telling me, hey, just watch out. I believe the ex right back in the play now.
Right.
So I never push anything. For me, I don't try to put myself as running
Not
behind.
chasing anybody.
Chasing in a sense. So yeah, I basically take the slack and I let it go. And I mean, from what I've seen, I don't know. I've never seen the individual with the ex, but I would have gone off of my friend's information because he would have been more close to that circle. So I just left it as that. It was no biggie for me. I just caught you win some, you lose some. The situation where I would have felt how I felt, boy. At one point, I felt like, hey, what really going on here? And then I was normal. I can't front. I was normal. like right after.
There's
When I talk to
there's
myself, I was
reasons why
like,
Kendall was normal by the way, yeah?
what's the reasons I was normal?
Yahoos.
Nah.
Come
Nah, I
on.
don't mean that. That's
I
not
never
me.
say nothing.
I'm
I
an
never say
upstanding
nothing.
citizen
Why
in
would you
society,
ask?
brother.
Why would
Boy,
you
let me
ask
tell
why?
you, let me tell you
Brother, I'm an
something.
upstanding citizen.
I never
in
say
society.
that.
If you're dealing with one girl, and
I get
she do
ghosted,
something real off,
it will
it does
affect you.
affect you a lot. You see, like if you're having bitches galore, it's not that bad.
No, well, somebody
What?
had to tell me how that feels because I don't know. I don't know.
What you're trying to say is if you have all your eggs in one basket, it
Right.
will be traumatizing. But if you really didn't put all, it wasn't investing everything, it really wouldn't have
Like
been
me.
a hurtful situation or what. I'm more be like, what happened in here?
It might bother you, but to the extent now.
Well, no, I am a guy who reads a lot of. I read a lot of Ryan Holiday. I read those books teach you how to be stoic in situations like that and different situations in life. So
Yeah, but when emotions come rushing, logic out the window. Though.
no,
Very.
not when it comes to being stoic. Stoics,
stoicism,
not when it comes to that. I mean, you have your weak moments as all stoics do, but there are moments that you build up a tolerance and a resistance for, and I think ghosting is one.
Karen,
So people ghost me, just ghost me.
Karen is right in that sense though, because you can't help how you feel. Stoicism is just a means of practice where you understand that you're feeling in some type of way, but you don't let that dictate your actions.
Correct. You fall short at times.
Sometimes where you feel is going, you might feel like, boy, like a certain man might call your phone about a girl, and you might say, boy, a wet man, you might say, boy, this man calling my phone about this girl, boy, and you find every time you see he's screwing, he just did real like that girl. You know that type of person to do them kind of things, you know, but you know, he just
Some people will get on their skin.
It has happened. That happened to me already.
Yeah,
Some people will get
It
on
won't
their
happen
skin.
again.
I could guarantee you that. It happened to me once, and it wouldn't happen
It
anymore.
won't happen again.
It might happen to me again.
What I would Rivka, people that listen.
It might happen to me again. I ain't fronting.
I can see that happen to you every day. But that's
In the morning.
Yeah, I
In
telling
the
you.
morning.
I can see it
Yeah, I
too.
tell you. I
Right
man,
now.
I
In
was
the
born to
morning.
learn. I was born to learn, and that is what I would say. There's for me in business. I will learn from my mistakes. Right?
You
And
have to.
Definitely, I would have had. There were vulnerable moments I would have had with the opposite sex, and I learned
Well,
from
I
that.
doubt.
we
I
wouldn't
doubt.
just assume
I
it.
wouldn't assume
He
the
just-
same
Yeah, we
sex.
just assume
You
it.
was just
Oh, God,
specifying,
I wouldn't assume the
guys.
same sex.
Oh gosh, oh
We are
gosh, oh
inclusive
gosh,
here,
oh
we was
gosh.
just specifying.
I didn't know there's a place I don't
Nobody
watch your
ain't
words,
think when
though.
I swinging any other way than that. Bro.
Now wait a minute.
But yeah, so yeah, I burn to learn, and I develop a tolerance for certain things, and I my guard up with certain things as well, and I not putting myself in a position like that ever again.
It's really that, you know, you can't allow yourself to get to certain places.
Exactly.
Because
No, well,
we-
if that's what you mean, yeah, because you can't really prevent yourself from getting ghosted. The most you
No,
can do
no,
is-
no, not that.
That's why I
You're putting
I
yourself in
get
a
ghosted
place.
many other times
you-
after that,
You're
man.
putting
It's
yourself
like
in a
nothing.
place where it wouldn't affect you as much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now if
You
a girl don't
understand?
reply to me, okay, all right.
Nah, but
Mama,
that's
that's a
simple.
lot
That's
of
simple.
things.
I'm a good time.
That's
I'm a good
simple as
time.
opposed to ghosting.
What
that-
happened to you?
What you say
I
there?
thought you were behind the camera.
What you say there?
Remember that normal thing?
More gang ghost?
Well, yeah, girl is do man that.
Girl is do man that.
When
Girl is do man
when
that,
on the track
right?
in 20, girl, you can't pick up 20.
No, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You'll
I don't know about that.
You'll
I don't know about
catch
that.
3.
I don't know
Nah,
about
that's
that. I
a
don't know
little
about
bit.
that. I don't know
You'll
about that.
catch 4.
I don't know about that.
Remember
I don't know
when-
about that.
Yeah,
When-
let you know I averaging 50, 40, 90 splits now.
Me don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That one,
No.
like, honesty.
I'm a wholesome
Honestly, it's the best
gentleman.
policy.
I don't know about that. But my
And
ghost story,
54%
I would
from
have
3
said,
years.
I had a ghost story, and oh gosh, boy, like the story that is have why people I might be able to date again. But it should make women come serious.
What
and
is the
come correct.
story?
I remember.
Don't say
Gosh.
any names, please.
When was this?
I'm ready.
What day?
No, don't take that chain up like Brandon.
No,
I'm
you
ready.
can't chain me up. Hear what I saying, right? Honestly speaking, everybody have the likes and the dislikes and things that turn them off. You see, women that cannot drive.
Ooh. Yeah, that is turning me off too, but
See women that cannot drive. You see women that breaking lights. You see women that bad driving people. and I on the passenger side.
Road rage and thing.
Not road rage. You're doing things that will cause road rage, and I just picture that I had to be the man to defend you.
Yeah.
Don't put me in a situation where I had to defend you for stupidness.
Yeah. No,
Don't
but that's
do
in
me that.
general. I can't take that.
Don't do me that.
Don't start
And you
no
see,
fights and
listen,
want me to
I
get involved.
remember I was the passenger seat of in a vehicle before, and brother, that was traumatizing. It was braking light. It was bad driving. People, my eyes was literally like this.
You was mashing the brakes. In the
I was
passenger.
mashing the brakes on my side, on the passenger side.
Yeah.
And listen,
To the little thing on the end.
I was like, and when I mentioned, I said, "Boy,
You fasten your seatbelt.
when I mentioned, I said, girl, you driving real ruthless, girl." It was brushed off. It was like no, like I see a joke, but it wasn't a joke. I was being serious. You driving real ruthless. Horse. Horse. I know. I tell she about that. I was like, this girl driving like she mad. When that happened, that I extract myself because I done picturing. Listen.
Businessman and young lady
Right.
dies in car
Listen,
crash after a boat ride.
No, because I
4:44 in the
done
morning.
picturing if I was a man, I had to defend you in a situation. I done picturing. For me, if I have a little bit of road rage for stupidness. If you're driving crazy, I let you know, hey, you're driving like a madman. But for me, like, I'm the type of person that I can't condone you driving how I just pull up people for driving. You understand?
Because I looked like you need a bracelet.
Exactly.
And then I follow through.
Exactly. So I don't picture in that. So that was like, I was like, wait, nah boy. And I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? That's the worst. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking ghost or lock off because I don't drive nice.
Well,
I'm not taking that.
you
have to
fight it out.
swallow it.
girls just look of men for all kind of things.
Why?
Nah, I'm
a
just
girl-
saying as a girl, I'm not
A
taking that.
girl asked me what
That is-
horoscope I was, and I said Libra, and that was it.
I think that is legitimate.
That was it. A horoscope.
think that
I
is
said,
Like, oh, that's
girl.
legitimate.
I said, you really gonna?
Them,
You
that
really go? You don't
scale
even
never
know
balance.
me. I
That
said you.
scale never balance. I find that is legitimate.
I said you gonna judge me over something that's been in papers every what days is it?
That not even
Wednesday?
real. Horoscope not even
You
real.
come
Don't
man.
say that. Let us not
That's
say
not
crazy.
real.
It's not real.
Horoscope
I'm going
not
to bring
real.
somebody on the podcast who will touch on
I'm
that
not
and talk
coming.
on that. You're not invited.
Horoscope is not real. That ain't
You're
real.
not
That's real.
qualified to speak on the
I'm
topic.
not qualified in horoscopicism.
Right, correct. So the person will
but
come
same,
and
same,
talk about us.
same way a girl had log off on me because she had told me I was very nice, but she said she just don't mess with men with beards. It's like, what?
What?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
We
How old
like
was
people,
she?
boy.
How old?
Women like beards.
She was like 24 or something. I was 25, she was 24.
You knew her for a decade.
Yeah, I mean, girls say all kind of wild shit like it. You're too
Everybody
short,
say wild
you're too tall,
things.
you're too fat. Like,
Legit.
come on,
A
like,
girl tell me she's only deal with Indians already. Like she tell me I'm real cute, but she's only deal with
Well,
Indians.
that's her
And I say, well,
preference.
a girl that was way shorter than me tell me
I say,
that.
well, alright. But why you
I
don't tell
too
me
short?
that? Just don't tell me nothing.
Imagine she way shorter than me and telling me I too short. I said, don't worry, love.
I
I'm
could
growing still. I'm growing still.
He's a great boy.
Yeah, I'm growing still. I eating. You know?